I know, right? Sprinting with 2 minutes to go. Major League Pickleball rolls on from Dallas, Texas. The second event here of Season 2 in 2023, and we have one heck of a matchup in store for us on Championship Court. Thrilled to have you with us. This is the Dallas Pickleball Club taking on the Utah Black Diamonds. Michelle McMahon and Adam Stone in the booth with you. The Utah Black Diamonds, they built their team around the #2 overall draft pick, Annalie Waters, and guess what? It is a perfect 50-50 split with win probability. Dave Fleming, the GM for Dallas, built the team around James Ignatowicz. Felt like they got a steal in the 4th round, but let's begin, Adam, with the Utah Black Diamonds. Almost as good of dance moves as you. Annalie Waters, starting with her and the way that this team has come together. What are your expectations for the Utah Black Diamonds?
I mean, Michelle McMahon, we have the best female player in the world. We have the Major League Pickleball GOAT, Irina Tereshchenko, and we have 2 cousins playing together with electric, explosive skill sets. This team has it all.
They do, and AJ Kohler will be here for the full tournament, which was something that couldn't happen in Atlanta. He had a family wedding, so that's a big deal for the Utah Black Diamonds, who fell short of their goals last season, last event. They were 1-2 in Group B, in Atlanta. Meanwhile, Dallas, the team that is managed by Dave Fleming, they have Callie Smith, Elise Jones, James Ignatowicz, and Jay DeVilliers. A steal, many might say, in the 4th round. Jay DeVilliers was picked up. What else jumps out to you about this Dallas team?
Well, you got the Utah buddies, Callie Smith and Elise Jones, good friends off the court, drill together all the time, very comfortable with each other's game. And then you have James Ignatowicz and Jay DeVilliers, both tall, athletic players that can do a lot of damage. This is an exciting team as well. And this matchup, man, as I mentioned with Utah earlier and Dallas now, a lot of storylines and a lot of fun.
It is, and it's only the second match of the day here on Championship Court. We're only getting started. This is the premier level group play. We'll have you covered from all angles of action around the grounds here at the beautiful facilities of the Brookhaven Country Club. We're beginning with men's doubles, which is a nuance of the coin toss, it appears anyway. And that means the cousins, you mentioned, Thomas Wilson and AJ Kohler, squaring off against James Ignatowicz and Jay DeVilliers. X's and O's wise, Adam, break this one down both sides.
Well, first off, if you're AJ Kohler and your sister gets married, you got to go. So he had to go last time. No one held him against
Fair point.
But yes, this is a matchup that I don't expect a ton of dinking. A lot of athleticism and firepower. The fireworks. Ooh, I'm very excited for this one.
This is
Game 1, time in.
Group C.
0-0.
And we are underway. James Ignatowicz, quick with his hands down the middle.
Yeah, he's got the thunder punch from the chest. Don't hate the speed up, but Ignatowicz, I mean, the ball comes off his paddle with just incredible life.
The thunder punch 2 times?
Well,
no, not quite.
Not quite the thunder punch, but
I was going to say, making an appearance early here.
I guarantee we'll get another opportunity to call out the Ignatowicz thunder punch.
0.
And I had the privilege a couple days ago of getting on the court with Jay DeVilliers. It had been quite a bit of time since I played him in a tournament, and he had a little extra pop in his paddle, and the ball was coming with more life than I remember.
Big put away there from James Ignatowicz. He is such an X factor for this team in both men's and mixed doubles.
It's just so tough to get the ball to bounce in front of Ignatowicz and DeVilliers. So hard to get forward to the kitchen line because their length and shot making is so good.
Does anyone serve it harder, or can anyone serve it harder than Ignatowicz?
No.
Fair.
Simple, easy answer.
DeVilliers catches the tape.
Yeah, absolutely right. The flying Frenchman coming forward. Yeah, maybe some players with some more shape and spin, but in terms of just flat out pace, I think Ignatowicz is top couple, if not number one in the game on the serve. Nice hands from all four players. Jay DeVilliers trying to call Ignatowicz off of that last ball. Couldn't pull the paddle back, though.
Wow. AJ Kohler there for the response.
Yeah, nice crab walk on the kitchen. Great lateral movement from him. When he's on the left side, that forehand in the middle is a big strength. Nice misdirect from Thomas Wilson up the line on Ignatowicz.
4-5.
Wow, down the line, sets himself up for the cross-court counter. James Ignatowicz, so impressive.
Yeah, real patient point from all four players. And then the favorite combination, backhand up the line to start, backhand cross-court to finish for Ignatowicz.
AJ Kohler showing his put-away ability, likes that left side of the court.
Yeah, I was making fun of him the other day about how weak his overhead was. And maybe that's just because it was Rec and he was playing me, because that one looked pretty dang good.
I saw you were in the booth, needed to prove himself. Missed counter long for Thomas Wilson.
Nice job from Jay DeVilliers to get that forehand down at the lower body of Thomas Wilson. Seems to be that the Utah Black Diamonds are moving the ball around more, and Dallas Pickleball Club about 2-1 more to AJ Kohler than Thomas Wilson right now.
Oh, Wilson goes down gracefully.
At least it was a delicate roll there.
Watch the head.
Hey, falling is a skill. It really is. So Thomas Wilson, good job there.
9-5.
And a high backhand miss for Kohler. The errors seem to be mounting on the side of the Black Diamonds.
He's a high-risk, high-reward player, Michelle,
yeah.
And that just comes with the territory.
Wow, Jay DeVilliers locked in all the way through. Dallas gets to 11 first and the end change.
And most of Jay DeVilliers' career, he's been a left side player, but I believe that his skill set is very well suited for the right side with quality forehand speed ups and quality backhand counters. We saw the backhand counter right there. Well played from Jay DeVilliers.
This is, of course, Group C. Miami and Brooklyn going at it on Grandstand. And the hype guys, they're here. They're in the house, which means we are in the land of pickleball for the next 2 weeks, Adam.
Michelle, is it really a tournament without the hype guys?
No.
I'm not sure it is. These guys have become a staple of this pickleball scene, and we love them.
I think you need one of those windbreakers for your duties as GM of the SoCal Heartaches.
That's right.
I think we got to ask if they have any extra inventory for Adam Stone. And Elise Jones family in the house. It's her little daughter there with the sign, cheering on her mom. How cool is that as a little kid to be able to watch your mom playing pro sports?
Family
Elise
affair.
Jones, one of the best. Love it. She has 3 kids, Elise Jones. And Callie Smith has 2. A couple of the great moms on tour. Your lovely wife is another pro pickleball player.
Yeah, we might see her in 24.
That's right. Would love that. Impressive.
That's one of the very few loose heirs from Dallas Pickleball Club who is really firing on all cylinders right now. Have the Black Diamonds absolutely on their heels.
Well, it's clear they underperformed in Atlanta, as the Black Diamonds felt they did too. So they are locked in early.
Yeah, and Dallas Pickleball Club playing so well, they forced a switch from the Utah Black Diamonds as we see AJ Kohler now on the right side. He is comfortable over there, playing a lot of his men's doubles with Riley Newman. So don't expect this to be a big issue for them, and I kind of like the switch.
Can't wait for that Miami-Dallas matchup later on tonight to cap our coverage here on Championship Court. Tagged him.
It was just funny. He tries to tuck the shoulder in and hits it, and he goes, dang it. Great replay. Unbelievable replay.
There's some pressure from Utah.
Oh, yeah. Aggression from the right side from AJ Kohler. I mentioned it in the previous match. Not easy to do with the backhand, but AJ comes up with a nice ball. Utah Black Diamonds with a little more pep in their step. A missed dink and a missed drop from Jay DeVilliers, getting a little momentum on the Black Diamond side.
Sailing long for Wilson, halting the momentum for now.
Yeah, just late on the slide from Thomas Wilson, one of the more explosive forehands in the game that time. As I mentioned, just late clearing his body.
Ignatowicz had that one in the bag as soon as he saw it, lofted up to the backhand.
That's right, and you know it's going cross court, and it just doesn't really matter. He hits it so hard. James Ignatowicz showing some versatility going with the mid-paced attack. He's more known for just gripping it and ripping it. Nice to see that little wrinkle in his game.
16-9.
Such fast hands. Kohler gets the better of it, though.
Yeah, inside-out backhand speed up cross-court from Jay DeVilliers. Probably needs to pick his spots better on that. Either way, quality point.
The fans are electric here in Dallas. 2 full weekends of pickleball. First, the team format, then the traditional national championship taking place next weekend. And Wilson brings back a point.
Stay solid over there, Jay. You're playing great. No need to force it. Oh, no, Thomas Wilson. Yeah, rule 34B, don't drop shot. Don't drop shot Thomas Wilson. It's not a good play.
34B.
Yeah, he had just what he wanted on the forehand too. That's a tough break for the Black Diamonds as they needed that one. Yeah, I'm okay with the backhand drive there. It's more the kitchen attacks from a lower position from Jay. From the third shot, as long as you're balanced, drop or drive is completely fine with me.
Cheers.
AJ Kohler just into the tape on that soft shot attempt. And we're going to have a break in the action with the Utah Black Diamonds taking a timeout, and I believe that that is the right decision. Dallas Pickleball Club, James Ignatowicz playing huge right now, and Jay DeVilliers playing a quality supporting right side. Dallas Pickleball Club, great start.
And the crowd is only picking up here early. It's not even noon yet, Adam, but
Yes.
the pickleball fans are out early.
That's right. It builds throughout the weekend, and it builds throughout the day as well. I just love to see the pickleball people.
There's nothing else like Major League Pickleball. Elise Jones with a lot of fans in the house so far. Utah looking to pick it up, trailing by 6 here in men's doubles. The good news for Utah is they have a little lady named Annalie Waters waiting in the wings for women's doubles. Usually you can count on her as being a lock win.
I would say so, Michelle. And you know what? I think that this is going to be the big indicator of whether pickleball really makes it or not, is when you type it into Google, MLP, if it goes to Major League Pickleball instead of My Little Pony. That's going to be the key to pickleball, to know that they have made it on the world stage.
Although I'm a big My Little Pony fan, I'm not going to lie. Aging myself probably with that comment. Ooh, Ignatowicz had it.
Yeah, don't hate the combo. It's worked so well for him, but AJ Kohler, quality hands, so good protecting his body. Maybe one of the best defenders of his body in the game.
Cheers. Let's go.
Can't make it bounce, Michelle. The control of the kitchen line and the use of their length, and they use it properly.
Yeah.
I see a lot of tall guys kind of not force the issue. These guys are reaching in to maximum length and applying maximum pressure.
Thomas Wilson, explosive as ever.
How do people do that? They jump and then hit. Like, I kind of do it all at the same time. How did he jump? He just hangs out, jumps, hovers, and smacks that thing. Well done, Thomas.
Freakishly athletic. The third-round pick for the Utah Black Diamonds, which is hard to believe. I think Thomas Wilson's one of the most underrated players in pro pickleball.
One of my absolute favorite to watch. Just such an explosive skill set. And a nice guy, too.
The nicest.
Cheers.
I think Thomas crouched down for a possible scorpion, and it might have cost him that soft air. That, maybe I just made that up, but it's kind of what I saw there, Michelle.
Your creativity is welcomed here.
Yeah.
Game point for Dallas. Down the middle beauty for Jay DeVilliers. Dallas takes game one, 21-14.
I'm very impressed, Michelle. Dallas Pickleball Club, both fellas playing clean, and I would have slightly picked the Utah Black Diamonds in that matchup, and Dallas Pickleball Club proved me very wrong.
Thomas Wilson will look ahead to mixed doubles, and we will step aside for just a moment. Annalie Waters, that lady right there, taking the stage next in women's doubles. Can she and Irina Tereshchenko even out the series? We will find out after the break.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob ULTRA, superior light beer.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Innovation is our specialty. Winning is his. Zane Navratil has won more than 40 Pro Gold medals and back-to-back Major League Pickleball titles. One of pickleball's most iconic and decorated athletes teamed up with our world-class engineers with one goal in mind: build a paddle that can dominate. The Zane Navratil Signature Paddle, designed for champions by champions. Available now. ProXR Pickleball. Innovation you can handle.
Dulce, Vida, Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple.
The booming atmosphere of Major League Pickleball is alive and well early here. The hype guys getting things going. That's Nighthawk and Dragon. They will be at every professional pickleball event, and if they're not there, you know it's not legit. How about this? We've got women's doubles coming up next. Callie Jo Smith and Elise Jones, a couple of Utah gals, taking on Annalie Waters and Irina Tereshchenko. You want to focus on the right side of the court, Adam. Why is that?
Well, we have an absolute veteran of the game and quality left side player, Callie Smith. You have the best female in the world. You kind of know what you're going to get on the left. We have a supporting player in Elise Jones, so consistent, so scrappy. And then we have a right side MLP goat, Irina Tereshchenko, who is going to play more solid on the right and set up their dominant left side player. We shall see.
We're underway. Tereshchenko serves first. A lot of pressure from Tereshchenko and Waters early.
And that's a big factor for Callie Smith, is offense off of the backhand side. She attempted there, counter too good from Irina.
Oh, Annalie Waters so shifty with how she's positioning herself, so offensive. What's the most difficult part about matching up against AL after this?
I just think it's just flat out the raw power.
She's got that new paddle dialed in.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously a fantastic overall skill set, Michelle. She's very scrappy, moves well, and incredibly consistent. But when she hits the ball clean, it comes off harder than most of the guys on tour. Just so good from AL Dub.
She's got the Paddle Tech carbon fiber now with more versatility. Look out. Oh my, Callie Smith in an absolute scramble. Waters hitting every angle on the court.
That's right, can't keep it away from her. And we were talking about you can't keep it away from the Dallas Pickleball Club. Those guys are 6'3". Annalie Waters 5'6", and she is covering the court like a champion.
And then Irina Tereshchenko gets involved in the offense.
Yeah, way to step forward. Not sure if Elise Jones changed her mind or just a slight miss it. Either way, too high, and Irina putting that ball down.
4-1.
Counter gone wide for Tereshchenko.
Yeah, nice lean in from Callie Smith. Pressure with the forehand. Just a really tough ball for Irina to dig, and she couldn't do so.
2-4.
the corner with such precision.
Yeah, and Elise Jones going to have to find a way to get forward. One of the stronger parts of her game, back of the court and mid-court play.
Gone into the net.
Yeah, Anna Lee getting out of jail there. Just a little shout out to Dave Fleming there. That's his favorite line. Get out of jail. But I mean, she at least had everything she wanted. Just defense 2 quality from Anna Lee.
Tough opening matchup for both teams, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And there she go. That a girl, Elise Jones. Use your partner. You can set it up, jamming up. Anna Lee Waters and Callie Smith finishing.
Not easy to jam up Anna Lee Waters though with versatility. OAL gets the better of Callie Jo Smith on the firefight.
Yeah, that's right. And really, Dallas Pickleball Club really moving the ball around. Not necessarily more than I was expecting, but not fully targeting Irina Tereshchenko, playing quite a few shots behind Anna Lee Waters. And it's a nice luxury for the Utah Black Diamonds that Irina Tereshchenko is very adept at earning. So what that does is it shrinks the court and forces more shots to Anna Lee Waters, which obviously is a fantastic thing for ideal for the Utah Black Diamonds. So great start from them and a nice stop and play from the Dallas Pickleball Club. Dave Fleming there in the ear, kind of giving the ladies a chat, talking about what they can do to get out of this early hole.
Well, Dallas has Dave Fleming, and Utah Black Diamonds, by default of Anna Lee Waters, have Lee Waters on their sideline. A couple of weapons on both sides. What do you think Dave is suggesting to Elise Jones and Callie Smith?
Well, kind of what I said earlier is that they were going behind Anna Lee Waters a lot, and I think that is necessary, but they possibly are doing it at too high of a clip. So a few more balls targeted over to Irina Tereshchenko, and then pick your spots behind.
Is James Ignatowicz carrying a jug of milk on the sideline I'm seeing over here?
You know what? I never know what that man is doing. I wouldn't put it past him. Okay, he's got water now. That's good.
There was milk. I saw it.
Oh, that's not.
Nothing like a post-game milk sesh. What?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some deep diving. Callie Smith counters cross court on Anna Lee Waters.
And that's the big fire that they need. Callie Smith, such a momentum player, really fired up. Elise Jones as well.
Buries it. Tereshchenko sets up her partner.
Yeah, so good. Jamming up cross-court Elise Jones, and knowing that even if she doesn't jam up Elise, she has her partner Anna Lee straight in front of Elise to do some damage as well.
This one could very well be going to a dream breaker, Adam. I don't know about you, but
yeah, that was a really commanding quality win in men's doubles for Dallas Pickleball Club, and I think that might be the factor to push this to a dream breaker, like you said. Just all the spots, Michelle. I mean, just completely pull that thing cross court. She can rip it to the middle, and she can go inside out up the line like we saw there. There is no way to get a head start. You cannot anticipate where that ball is going. You have to hold your spot and then react to what she does, and unfortunately, that just puts you at her mercy.
yeah, I mean, she can hurt you in so many ways. Anna Lee Waters, sensational talent. There's a good look at Elise Jones. and Jay DeVilliers. Speaking of, you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I think a match ago, no. Thomas Wilson being a good faller. Elise Jones is one of the best fallers. She's everywhere.
Oh, God,
but her
yes.
volleyball background, Utah Valley University, she was the former Defensive Player of the Year. You want to know what they train in volleyball?
What's
Defensive roles.
Oh, yeah.
How to stop, drop,
absolutely.
and get up in a hurry.
Totally a skill. And how about a little shout out to Memes of Pickleball, who will randomly just show a photo and all it is Elise's feet in the air. You don't even see her body, you just see her feet. So yeah, she will leave it all out there. She will sacrifice her body and do whatever she needs to do for her team, and who doesn't want a teammate like that?
An 11-5 lead for Utah as they take the end change. It's just about noon here in Dallas. Sun not as much a factor as it was this morning. How about that angle from Elise Jones countering down the line?
Yeah, that's an awesome job. And they're obviously not going to make up 6 or 7 points in one shot, but I told you about their fire. If they can get 2 or 3, that can propel them forward. Ooh, there's 2. There's
2. And so now that Waters is being tested on that backhand side, any adjustments you expect from her?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
We'll give them those 2,
to know.
and I'll just keep doing what I do.
She's like, doesn't matter. I'll still find a way to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Smith all over the counter, down the line to Terashenko.
And Annalie did make an adjustment there of holding line a little bit more, but Callie Smith with the big forehand. And I like that pattern from the Utah Black Diamonds. Even if Elise gets a great read on the cross-court attack from Irina, like I said, that ball is most likely going to Annalie on the next shot.
And a little run here for Dallas, trailing by just 3.
9-12.
Good try, good scrap from Callie Smith. Just too much pressure from the Black Diamonds. Just one of the absolutely best movers and most athleticism of any female on tour, Callie Smith.
13-9.
I mean, I know you guys watching can't feel, but we felt that breeze. That backhand slice of Irina Terashenko just hanging up in the wind just long enough to clip the tape.
Goes big, keeping Terashenko back at the baseline. Here comes Dallas down 2.
That's right, just a little high on that midcourt shot from Irina.
11-13.
And Dallas Pickleball Club making her pay.
Inside out on the backhand.
But you can't blame, Elise has to shift middle, and Callie has to shift to her left to cover the inside out angle, or the full cross court angle, excuse me. Just so tough to cover it all.
14-11.
Wow, Terashenko stepped off the kitchen, read it perfectly.
Yeah, that's a great play from her. She has to give Annalie Waters a little room to maneuver by stepping off the line, but to get that much pop on the two-hander and split the defense up the middle, great shot, Irina.
Long for Jones. Utah back on top by 5.
2-5, just like that. Utah Black Diamonds, nice job of staying focused after they ran into just a little bit of adversity.
Jones with the cross-court attack. Almost works. Utah gets it back.
Yeah, I don't really hate it from Elise. She hasn't really tried that too much. Pretty quality shot. Just hands of gold from Annalie Waters. Quality combination from Elise. Just getting Annalie Waters to extend further than she wanted to on the two-handed backhand.
17.
I was just going to say, unbelievable protection. Irina Tereshchenko a little late getting forward. Annalie steps right over and does damage.
Utah 2 points away.
19-12.
Tereshchenko buries it. A perfect drop from Annalie Waters.
That is the blueprint.
Game point, Utah.
12.
Oh, Waters had it. Read it all the way through.
Yeah, she was definitely there on the drop volley attempt from Callie Smith. Maybe two there. Sometimes you overrun it a little bit. You think you can't get there. Probably threw off her contact point. Either way, Dallas Pickleball Club still in it.
Jones and Callie Jo Smith, they had to earn it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing Dallas Pickleball Club just really lock in to a cross-court dink battle between Elise Jones and Irina Tereshchenko and see if Irina possibly makes a couple errors or gives a couple pop-ups.
For Tereshchenko, and Dallas trails by 5, but they seem to believe on their side. And a timeout is being called right now by Annalie Waters. She doesn't hesitate to call it when she needs it.
Yeah, she will pull the trigger on the timeouts, and I kind of like that from a younger player. Nice scrappy point for Dallas Pickleball Club, and sometimes those are a little bit better than just a loose error from your opponent or whatever. I talked about the energy so important for these ladies, so to get a scramble point when you're down match point could really get that energy and momentum up.
Elise Jones locked in with Callie Jo Smith. Meanwhile, James Ignatowicz hopping the kitchen line. He had an injury, James Ignatowicz, not too long ago at the PPA Vegas.
Ankle.
He rolled that ankle pretty bad, so it seems like he's maybe warming that up. Meanwhile, the fans are only getting started here in Dallas. It is electric. The signs are out. The pros are well supported. Friends, family, and otherwise. Dallas becoming a pickleball mecca. Especially with this kind of facility. Have you ever seen anything like this built for pickleball?
No, absolutely not. And I actually lived in Dallas about 6 years ago, and they had 4 courts at Brookhaven, and they were very slanted and cracked. And now look at all this, Michelle. Just a few years later, here we are.
Callie Smith looked to close the 5-point gap. fight to finesse. Annalie Waters closes it out and gets the serve back. And another try at game point.
Okay, ladies, pretty reasonable point. All 4 players locking in, power, resets, just all of it right there.
Smith not going anywhere.
She gets that fist up. She's a frequent partner of Lucy Kovalova. You know, when that fist gets high, she's feeling good.
Now a 4-point hold. Rally score continues on the side of Dallas. Utah must win on their serve. They'll get it back. Another try at game point here.
Yeah, reasonable look coming in hot from Elise Jones. Tough shot, of course, over the high part of the net and to Annalie Waters, but I think it was a reasonable decision from her.
Ultimately gets the better of Callie Smith. Utah takes game 2, 21-17. We are evened out 1 game apiece.
And we really didn't say Irina's name too much,
Nope.
but she didn't do anything wrong. She played her role to perfection, setting up her partner. Nice win for the Utah Black Diamonds.
Yeah, it's hard to stand out when your partner is Annalie Waters.
She played her role. That's what she has to do. Michelle, you said it. It's perfect.
Irina Tereshchenko, the most decorated champion in MLP history, 4 event titles and the Season 1 Premier Level Championships. She is certainly an X factor. All smiles for Annalie Waters and Lee Waters as we transition now to mixed doubles. We'll be back with game 3 after the break.
What's your DUPR?
At the Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand-forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home. Consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Back on Championship Court, thrilled to have you with us all day. Full of Major League Pickleball action at the premier level. Michelle McMahon and Adam Stone with you in the booth. We are beginning game 3 with mixed doubles. Do not have the info on who won the toss and who's reacting, so we will give you that as soon as we have it. So far, it's Elise Jones and James Ignatowicz, though, out for Dallas. One would assume that they had to place their hand out first, but we don't know. James Ignatowicz, we talked about that injury, seems to be well recovered and no issues hopping around at the kitchen line as he normally does. AJ Kohler warming up with Thomas Wilson, his cousin. And we're split So each team needs to win one to force a dream breaker.
That's right, and I'm pretty good at picking up on little things with injuries, and I haven't seen James limited at all, and that's great. So injuries are silly. We don't like them. We want everyone playing at 100%, and I think that's what we have right here.
Yeah.
And I will say, Dallas Pickleball Club, I would say that James Ignatowicz and Jay DeVilliers, actually their #1 best event is mixed doubles, not gender.
Really?
So I think they have a great shot here of possibly doing some damage, but I'm going 74% dream breaker here. That's my call. 74% dream breaker. Didn't have one yesterday in the booth. I'm ready for one now.
Adam's dream breaker probability. Get it up on the screen. 74%. You heard it here first. So the matchup will be Thomas Wilson and Irina Tereshchenko taking on James Ignatowicz and Elise Jones for our first mixed doubles game of this match. Tereshchenko leads us off to Elise Jones.
He can pull offense from all positions, out of the air, off the bounce. A lot of pressure from James.
Big serve. That was a powerful finish, but to me, that point set up by that serve that forced a short return.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, when you're serving that to Thomas Wilson, one of the fastest players on tour, and he cannot get up to the kitchen line, you have done your job with the serve.
James Ignatowicz forcing another error. He has been dominant.
Hands heavy.
Do you think the serve should start to become more of a weapon in pickleball, as James might be showing us?
Oh my God, that was well out. Yeah, I think you see Wilson talking to his sideline there, and Anna Lee letting him know that that serve was out. That is a bad break for the Utah Black Diamonds.
4-0.
Wow, this is a very surprising start at 5-0. In this format, you do not see huge gaps to start a match too frequently.
James Ignatowicz, unbelievable.
I mean, what can you do? I mean, that ball was very reasonable from Irina Tereshchenko to attack Elise Jones off the kitchen line, and Ignatowicz comes out of nowhere and slaps a winner up the middle.
0.
Into the net goes Ignatowicz.
I mean, that was extremely low, but can you really blame him considering what he's done to start this match? I don't know.
No, you can't. Dallas on top, 5 points already. Stingy defense from Elise Jones.
Wow. Talk about playing your role. Defense and chops from Elise Jones.
7-1.
I like this duo, Ignatowicz and Jones playing together. Missed return for Thomas Wilson. How about DJ Selkirk in the house here in Dallas, throwing out all the Taylor Swift jams. We appreciate it from the booth. Even Adam.
So catchy, Michelle.
It is.
So catchy.
You can't not enjoy it. Swivel the hips a little bit. It's catchy. The Swifties.
2-8.
Out.
Tereshchenko goes wide, and James Ignatowicz is absolutely owning this matchup.
I mean, I'm not sure you can go behind him at all right now. Just force the ball to Elise, and at least when James is going to attack Irina, it's cross court instead of straight ahead, giving her a bit more time. But his offensive barrage is crazy right now.
Wilson buries that one, but as strong of a player as Wilson is, Ignatowicz's serve is forcing him into some struggle situations.
That's right. He can't get to the kitchen and really, unleash his full skill set, given how much pace and depth is on the serve. And unfortunately for Thomas, he will be returning the James Ignatowicz serve every single time.
Yeah, no breaks.
Yeah,
in
no
this format.
breaks, no switching sides, none of that.
And Elise Jones catches Thomas Wilson on the backside.
Yeah,
A timeout. No, sorry, end change.
Yeah, but
Continue on.
no, that's when you know they're really firing on all cylinders, is when Elise Jones is picking her spots to attack on the backside of Thomas Wilson. That's what we saw on that point before the end change. And my goodness, Dallas Pickleball Club expected some good things from this duo, but nothing like this.
It is so clear that this team came out with a mission. They felt they underperformed in Atlanta. Their numbers showed for it. Lost some games that they shouldn't have, lost some close matches that they were right there, and they look focused and dialed in.
And actually, I believe in pool play in MLP Atlanta, Utah Black Diamonds had a chance to advance. Dallas Pickleball Club was 0-2 and played spoiler against them, beat them in the third match to not allow the Black Diamonds to move forward. So, you know,
the plot thickens.
The plot thickens. There's always storylines, and we like those, so the more the merrier.
Got some Dallas Cowboy representation in the house.
Good eye from Irina Tereshchenko. One of the better eyes in the game. Very good at letting the ball go out. Underrated skill.
It's a nice deep serve from Tereshchenko. Didn't matter. James Ignatowicz was there for the counter.
Yeah, they keep hitting at Elise, but James gets them all. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure here.
Elise Jones on the attack that time, and even when she is getting the ball, she's handling them.
Yeah. James Ignatowicz, self-proclaimed top 3 in the world in mixed doubles as a man. Not so sure.
Do you agree?
But yeah. This match, it's hard not to.
Top 3 ability. Then you concur.
Yeah, pressure dinks from Elise Jones. So a couple fires at the heavy-handed male in front of her, and some pressure dinks from her. Elise Jones really playing quality mixed doubles right now. Heat check.
Heat check.
5-14.
Missing, he does that time.
Yeah, nice inside-out forehand roll from Wilson. Really, really good at that shot. Often will step to his left to run around the backhand.
14.
James Ignatowicz with the patented C. That's what he's saying, if you guys can hear it. And
what does that mean?
Well, I thought there was something deeper,
yeah,
but it turns out it just means yes in Spanish. Like I asked him, I was like, there has to be. No, he's just no. I'm just saying
hilarious.
C in Spanish. I was like, oh, there's not more to the story. He's like, no. I was like, okay.
That's a very James Ignatowicz story, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, having a light conversation with Dave Fleming to see if they should challenge that out call on the serve. They do not.
Thomas Wilson is trying everything.
Yeah, he
Nothing's getting through.
Yeah, I mean, you have to respect it. I mean, he finally got a drive to Elise Jones that Ignatowicz couldn't pick off, but the heavy two-hander a couple shots later from James, too much.
17-7. Huge lead for Dallas, their biggest of the game so far, on top by 10. Timeout called by Utah. So here the mixed doubles team waiting on the sideline. Annalie Waters and AJ Kohler. You know, it might very well all fall on your shoulders.
Yeah, that's right. And you even said it. You could see Thomas Wilson kind of extending and taking some more court. So they've tried a couple small tweaks throughout this match and just haven't found that recipe that really works. Thomas Wilson, an extended conversation with his cousin AJ Kohler and Lee Waters on the sideline. So excited to see what they come out with, if it's a different lineup or a different type of shot combinations that they're looking for. But right now, they got to figure out something, as a 10-point lead is huge in MLP.
Thomas Wilson, a former tennis player out of Purdue and the University of Texas. Decent athlete. So much fun to watch. And meanwhile, Dallas has figured out the recipe against these two. What do you think about Wilson playing with Terashenko versus Waters? Wonder, strategy-wise,
yeah,
GM.
I believe last tournament, Annalie and Thomas were playing together.
I thought Annalie was playing with AJ.
Just out. And remember, AJ did miss one event, so Kyle Yates filled in for one match in Atlanta. Great first volley from Elise Jones. Right at the feet of Wilson, nothing he can do.
Just wide for Elise.
Yeah, sometimes it comes off the tape with some awkward spin. I think that's what happened there for Elise. Nice job from Ignatowicz. So nice to really only have to take one slide step over and be able to cover the middle. Length is a real weapon out here for these fellas.
19-9.
Dallas brings game point to their side. And a chance to go up 2-1 on the Utah Black Diamonds.
Gotcha. So they were mixing and matching in Atlanta. So they had a couple switcheroos there. So nothing set in stone for them. Nice job, Michelle, digging up those facts.
For Waters playing with Wilson and Kohler for reference.
Correct.
Oh, nice roll from Ignatowicz. What a shot.
Yeah, and you can't blame Thomas Wilson there, because he has been pulling that trigger from that spot straight ahead at Irina or up the middle. This time he goes with the roll cross court. Great adjustment from James, hitting all the spots.
Terashenko comes up clutch.
Yeah, she needed that counter, and it was a very, very good one.
12-20.
Ignatowicz gets the serve back on his side. You must win on your serve. No more freeze. It's a nuance that's new for season 2. Just have to win by 2. And as the serving team, Elise Jones up for the task. Wide for Wilson, and Dallas takes game 3. A prominent scoreline, 21-12. If I would have told you before the match that was what the scoreline would read, what would you say?
I'd say no. I mean, Utah Black Diamonds, they obviously didn't play their best game, but they didn't play terrible either. You have to tip your cap to Dallas Pickleball Club. Elise playing her role, James Ignatowicz being the alpha out there. Good for them. Well played.
So it all comes down to Annalie Waters and AJ Kohler. Can they rise to the occasion against Jay DeVilliers and Callie Smith to force a dream breaker? Find out next.
And I said, Saturday, no one's here, right? Are you getting this? So if he wants the invoice.
Water doesn't have to be boring. Turn it up with Cirkul. With over 40 delicious flavors and a dial that controls your intensity, Cirkul starts a party for your taste buds. No sugar, no calories, and no artificial flavors. Just good times. Cirkul, it's your water, your way. Try Cirkul at drinkcirkul.com.
What's your DUPR?
My name is Itamar, and this is the story of how I got my life back. In college, I injured my back swimming, and pain became so bad that I couldn't function. Treatment was solely focused on my lower back. I was worried that I was never going to get better. When I found HSS, it felt like I had found the cure to my pain. My doctor asked about my hips, as opposed to every other doctor that only asked about my back. HSS changed and saved my life.
Welcome back to MLP by Margaritaville. We have our second mixed doubles match, and the Utah Black Diamonds need this win to force a dream breaker. And gosh darn it, who would you rather have on the court than Annalie Waters when you're in that situation? I expect some real fireworks in this match. And my pick to click is Mr. AJ Kohler. What is he going to give us? Is he going to have the offense that we all know he has, or could some errors creep in? We will find out.
What would your advice be to him playing with a player like Annalie Waters?
Well, it's tough because maybe a standard lesser partner, you're like a 70-30. This could be more 60-40 or closer to 50-50. The balance of how much court he takes is going to be huge in this match.
Joe Smith gets the Ernie early, and a statement one at that. AJ Kohler shrugs it off.
Yeah, she's just kind of hanging out there waiting for it. Well done, Callie.
1-0.
Oh, a fault called by Onisha Smith on the side of Jay DeVilliers.
Love that pressure from him, though. I like everything in that point except for the toe on the line.
Jay DeVilliers counters back.
A little off the tape, but either way, some good play from him. And let's be clear, these are two alpha ladies who are shifting over to a mixed doubles role to support. So how much court and how offensive they are is a big factor in this match as well.
Long that time. So how do you adjust as the alpha lady in women's doubles to mixed doubles if you're AL and Callie Jo Smith?
I mean, we're talking a total paradigm shift here. You have to completely adjust your positioning and your shot selection.
Kohler steps in, grabs the line.
Yes, and some players just pretty seamlessly go between the two, and some struggle. So I totally get, I had struggles as well going from men's doubles to mixed doubles. So it is a real factor out there, and who is going to find that happy middle ground, and that's probably going to be the victor in this match.
The only player that's played the left in both is AJ Kohler. Gender doubles and mixed. Jeez. Wow. Wow, point of the match.
Woo, we're playing some pickleball here, and AJ Kohler putting his finger to the ear, getting the crowd and his teammates fired up. Goodness, Annalie Waters. I mean, that was the tiniest little sliver of court she had to work with, and she found it.
5-3.
Jay DeVilliers answered the counter right at the body. How hard is that as a guy to deflect in that quick of a fashion?
Not easy. And Jay DeVilliers on it, and a little eye contact between Kohler and DeVilliers after that point. Just wanted to mention that.
Callie Smith buries it on Annalie Waters.
Yeah, she does not lack for power, Michelle. One of those situations there where AJ Kohler is transitioning forward with a different partner. He's almost always going to take that forehand, but when you have the Annalie Waters two-handed backhand already at the kitchen, you just let her take it.
Annalie Waters like that one.
Yeah, I mean, just the guy has always had phenomenal hands, AJ Kohler.
16 years old, Annalie Waters, sensational athlete.
That's a nice forehand speed up from Jay DeVilliers. And some really good court coverage in the heart of that point from Callie Smith covering the middle.
Update over on Grandstand, Miami Pickleball Club on top. The Brooklyn Aces 3-0. Clean sweep for them so far in their final mixed doubles matchup. AJ Kohler inside out buries it.
Yeah, and I was poking fun at him because he's my buddy about his overhead, but when that ball is right about shoulder level, he does a phenomenal job of putting it away. That's two now. One clean winner to the back of the court up the line. That one off the edge of Jay DeVilliers' paddle.
9-6.
Miss serve. I haven't really seen many miss serves at all. I mean, not that you expect to in the pro level, but really has not ever happened.
7-9.
Oh, Jay DeVilliers in the transition area. How did he get on top of that ball?
Stop it, Jay. You just stop it. That is not a reasonable shot. My goodness. There wasn't even really spin on it. It was a flat angle past AJ Kohler. My goodness.
Seemed like he hit that down from like nearly the baseline.
I don't have that one.
Well, he has a couple inches.
Mm-hmm.
A couple extra. Counterattack answered by Annalie Waters. What a luxury as the guy. When you speed it up, you have Annalie Waters to clean it up.
And she's so quick with the first step, too. Even when you think you can catch her body, she just gets right out of the way and crushes that ball in open space.
Kohler backs up Smith, finds her feet, and gets to 11 first. An 11-8 lead for the Utah Black Diamonds as we get to the end change here. What's jumping out to you so far?
Oh, this is exactly what I expected. So we have some real fireworks, no plain dinks out there. Everything is moved around with a purpose, and the triggers are being pulled pretty quickly in the point. Exactly what I expected, and this is just so much fun to watch.
If Annalie Waters and AJ Kohler pull this one out, we're going to that Dream Breaker. Would be our first on championship court so far of the tournament. We have not seen one on center court quite yet. Would be a fun one to do that with.
Yeah, and I would say, I hate to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give the slightest of edges to the Utah Black Diamonds in that Dream Breaker format. Jay DeVilliers, Callie Smith, very savvy singles players, play a lot of PPA tournaments that way, and James Ignatowicz not playing a lot of singles anymore, but he is very competent.
11-8.
Jay DeVilliers slaps it to the feet of Kohler.
Yeah, that's right. AJ Kohler going with the two hands on the dink. I think that might have cost a slight pop-up. Well, AJ, get that left hand out of there. So that clipped the tape, and often just your reaction is to kind of swat at that ball with your left hand. I have actually caught one that was going in before. I mean, that was going out before, sorry. So avoided disaster there.
Down the line beauty for AJ Kohler.
Yeah, and I like it from Jay to be able to put some offense on that forehand in the middle of the court. Hands too good from AJ though.
10.
Nice job from AJ Kohler coming in hot. He liked what he saw from the third shot and just beelined forward, and was rewarded with an offensive opportunity.
14-10.
Wow, she didn't really disguise that. She just went for it, and for her to go cross court there, she has a lot of extra court to work with. So I think that's why she was able to keep that attack in the court. It was a very interesting start to that point. I actually think AJ Kohler thought it bounced twice,
right?
But no one reacted, and no.
He was like looking for the call, and then
right. No harm done. As
did it bounce twice?
Well, it doesn't matter. Dallas Pickleball Club won the point anyway. Phenomenal point there. Some really fancy footwork from all four players at the kitchen line. Several opportunities, and several of those opportunities neutralized. Really quality point.
15-12.
Callie Smith Took off for the Ernie, missed it there.
Yeah, you think Dallas Pickleball Club has a little respect from Annalie Waters, as like the last 15 dinks have gone to AJ Kohler.
How do you feel about that if you're the guy? Probably unfazed.
Yeah, I would say so. Professionals out here. Maybe at some of the lower levels you get a little rattled. AJ probably doesn't even notice. He's just playing his game, doing his thing. AJ Kohler, he's a free spirit. He's a free spirit, that's for sure. And we love him.
Sure is.
There's actually a couple free spirits out. You got James Ignatowicz and AJ Kohler. I mean, they're both very odd fellows, but lovable. Very, very lovable. To be honest with you, I'm big fans of both of them.
Well, timeout call for Dallas as Utah takes a 5-point lead. Dave Fleming talking things over with his team, the general manager of Dallas. And Dallas has some notoriety in their ownership group. Mark Cuban, Dirk Nowitzki, John Isner, who'll be playing in the celebrity event next week with the PPA. Lots of great people there. And then the Pardo family own the Utah Black Diamonds. Annalie Waters was their first choice, the second overall pick, only second to Ben Johns, who was taken by the Chicago Slice.
Yeah, that's some Dallas superstars there. Nowitzki, Mark Cuban. I believe Isner lives there now, maybe? Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know.
He does, yep.
Either way.
He does, yep. He lives in Dallas. Josh Young, third baseman of the Texas Rangers, just won the World Series. Big pickleball fan, not an owner yet.
Young,
I bet
Young with the J.
Yeah.
I know that guy. Awesome. I did not know
Big
that.
pickleball fan. We'll have to get him in the mix here with Major League Pickleball.
Love that.
Follows the tour. Oh boy, pegged him right on the shoulder.
AJ having a little chuckle about it. He's letting Jay know that was going out. Jay is down 4 points right now and is not having the theatrics at all. He says, AJ, go back to your return position. I don't want to hear any of your talk right now.
13, 17.
All right, sneaking back in. 5-point lead turns to 3 points. It is the MLP creep that we talk so much about. So hard to seal the deal.
Hard to see it coming too. Is 1 minute you feel good and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. Where'd that 5-point lead go? Long that time, make it a 2-point lead now for Utah.
Yeah, there's that de Villiers wingspan as that ball was clearly going right at Callie Smith, and I think the fact that Jay was able to get in there caused the error from AJ Kohler.
Trouble brewing for Utah. Annalie Waters and AJ Kohler call a timeout here to discuss with Lee Waters. Just a little break in the momentum, perhaps.
Yeah, and it really is a slightly odd situation here as we have, you know, maybe 2/3 of the ball going to AJ Kohler. So it's kind of a tough spot for Annalie Waters. Does she stay solid in these rallies, or the fact that she's not getting a ton of balls, could she possibly pull a trigger that is ill-advised? Her decision making in the last parts of this match is going to be very big. DJ Selkirk doing his thing.
That's right.
I like that. We like the up-tempo beats.
He has a bird's eye view of the facility. I mean, he is on the upper deck here on Championship Court. Can't see him from this angle, but he is looking over Championship Court with the DJ speakers blaring. We appreciate it. Little dance parties in between breaks. Jay de Villiers looking to build on a little bit of a run here.
Looked like an odd bounce. Not sure if it was or not. Either way, ball back over to Utah.
18-15.
Oh, wide. Can't believe he missed it.
Well, he had Jay in bad shape.
How?
Jay was leaning aggressively to the middle of the court with the forehand, and I think AJ just had too big of a chunk of court to hit into.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That one hurts.
that's unlucky. As that ball, if that would have hit more of the tape, AJ would have had a better chance. It just grazes the tape, throws off his rhythm, and this is what MLP is all about. Who is going to step up in this huge moment, Michelle?
De Villiers up to the task, down 1. Dallas could clinch the match with a win in this mixed doubles. Oh, a cross-court dink battle to the backhands, both sides.
Yeah, that's right. And sometimes when you get spread all the way out wide and you try to go all the way back cross-court, that's when the air creeps in. Tough break for Dallas Pickleball Club.
De Villiers staying right in the rally. A 1-point game continues.
Yeah, and that's AJ Kohler in a nutshell right there. Missed a dink, incredible hands earlier in that point.
Smith could tie it here. Oh, he missed it. Into the tape, tie game. Dallas came back from a huge deficit.
Yeah, great exchange, and once again, not an easy shot, but a ball that I think AJ Kohler comes up with most of the time.
19.
Oh, a couple odd swings there as AJ put that ball in an awkward spot for Jay De Villiers, and oh my goodness, match point.
Game point. Still could go to a dream breaker here for Utah. They could. Oh no, Kohler missed a third. Dallas ties it right back. You must win by 2 and on your serve.
20.
Big drive from Jay De Villiers, about half an inch over the net, handcuffing AJ Kohler on the first volley.
21-20.
Oh no, Callie Smith broke the plane of the net and she did not contact the ball. And we're gonna see if we're gonna have a challenge here.
Explain that nuance.
So, when you go for an Ernie and you hit the ball, you can break the plane with your paddle or your body. But if you do not contact the ball and any part of your body or your paddle breaks the imaginary plane of the net, you lose the point right then and there.
That would be a tough break for Dallas. What do you think live? Did she break the plane?
I'm just not sure on that one. I was watching the ball and not the feet of Callie Smith. I have a feeling, just from the vibe I'm getting, that she did break the plane, and that is a full-fledged guess, Michelle.
Wow, what a game. This one seemed like a runaway finish for Utah. And you must have undisputable evidence to overturn the call.
Well, those ladies doing some real work down there. I mean, that's intense writing from the refs.
I like that you analyze human behavior as well as the pickleball that we're seeing.
Well, it's important. Humans are interesting creatures, that's for sure.
Oh man, so if it comes down to a dream breaker, who do you think has the edge?
Oh, I said the slightest of edges to the Utah Black Diamonds. Yeah. It's actually a pretty exciting dream breaker.
Yeah.
There's a few different storylines, some really good singles players that don't play all the tournaments, and then you have some players that play almost every singles tournament they get an opportunity to. So it's a mix and a match of a variety of single styles, and I'm pulling for it a little bit.
I am too. Selfishly. I bet these teams don't want to, but here's the replay, Adam, on the right-hand side of your screen. Yeah, she definitely... Yeah, I was going to say, you can see that foot clearing the plane right there.
Great view from Boxcar, appreciate it.
Meanwhile, AJ Kohler will take back the serve to de Villiers, tied up 21 apiece. All the pressure on the Utah Black Diamonds. They win and they go Dreambreaker. Dallas wins, match is done. You know who loves Dreambreakers? Annalie Waters.
She went for it. She steps all the way over, just rips a two-handed backhand. Jay can't come up with a volley.
Gutsy play from the 16-year-old. Game point for Utah. Another one. Just long that time. She can't believe it. Tie game.
I love it, though. Both of those. She's 2/3 of the way over across the court, taking that backhand away from AJ's forehand.
22.
Puts all the pressure on de Villiers down the line.
Well, we see why they haven't been hitting to her that much, as she 2 of 3 points coming out of that break.
Game point once again for Utah. Utah comes away with it, a 24-22 finish and a nail-biter.
Yeah, huge clutch play there from the Utah Black Diamonds as Dallas Pickleball Club really quality throughout that match and had a couple opportunities at the end. And everybody's getting what they want, Michelle. Here we go for the Dreambreaker.
To a Dreambreaker we go. The first we've seen so far in Dallas here on Championship Court. And if you're new here, well, get ready. It is quite a series to be played. Each player will come out for a singles rotation of 4 points. You can have any matchup that you want. You can have guys against girls. You know, some seasons we've had 47-year-olds against 15-year-olds. Man, woman, whatever. It is just incredible.
And Michelle, yeah. I know Annalie Waters is a big fan of going up against the guys.
Yes.
She says that it takes the pressure off of her and that she can just play loose and free. So we're going to have to see if we get the standard men versus men, women versus women, or we get a little spicy matchup with the guys versus the gals, which everyone loves to see.
She usually wins that matchup too. So what are the pros and cons to that decision, right? Because when you think of the singles, you put out your batting order, right? Top to bottom, you want to put your strongest singles player out first. However, typically teams opt to go guy against guy because they feel they have their best chance at getting the most points when they put a guy against a guy.
Right.
So break down the pros and cons of Annalie potentially matching up against a guy.
Well, right. So it's kind of the balance of, can she possibly get a little win or break even with a quality male singles player? But if she plays the woman, she has a great chance of going, 6-2, 7-1. So exactly, I'm not really sure. I'm still in the camp of you have to have a really good reason not to put the best at 1, the next best at 2, and all the way down the line. It's the same thing like you talked about with the batting order. A lot of times those 7, 8, and 9 baseball players don't get up in the last innings where the first, second, and third player of the batting order do. So I am sticking with that unless I have a great reason, and I'm just not sure that we have a great reason in this matchup.
So we will have the verdict here soon on who goes up against who. We'll get you the matchups once we have it.
Yeah, and I mean, you see the players out there hitting some ground strokes. Singles so much different than doubles, and you only have a couple minutes to refocus from an incredibly tight second mixed doubles match to get focused on the singles. Just not easy to do, physically trying and mentally trying.
It all comes down to this, singles, and going to be a close one either way. Can't wait to see what the matchups will be on both sides.
Oh, here we go, folks. We have the matchups. First, for the Utah Black Diamonds, we have Thomas, then AJ, then Annalie Waters, and then Irina Terashenko. On the other side, for the Dallas Pickleball Club, we have James Ignatowicz, then Jay DeVilliers, Kylie Smith, ending with Elise Jones. Again, folks, for Dallas singles, this is the Dream Break brought to you by Toyota Prius.
Okay, Miss Dreambreaker brought to you by Toyota Prius. So we have the matchups delivered for Utah. It's Thomas Wilson going out first, AJ Kohler to follow, Annalie Waters, and Irina Terashenko, to which Dallas responded with James Ignatowicz, Jay DeVilliers, Callie Jo Smith, and Elise Jones. What do you think about this matchup?
I think that James and Jay is slightly interesting, as James going first before Jay. Jay plays almost all the events. James rarely does.
Right. Why do you think that was?
Even though his singles chops are very good and he has some quality wins. So let's just go through the matchups here. Thomas versus James, I'm calling that a wash. That's a break even. AJ versus Jay definitely leans a little bit in favor of Jay. And then the two ladies matchups of Annalie Waters and Irina Terashenko versus Callie Smith and Elise Jones definitely favor the Utah Black Diamonds. If Callie Smith can find a way to win more points than Annalie or break even, that's a great win for them. And can Elise Jones find a way to kind of counteract the length and singles skill of Irina Terashenko? She has a very solid singles career under her belt and some big, big wins. Quiet before the storm. Everyone just kind of...
All the fans are filing in to championship court. They got wind that the Dreambreaker is happening now. And so we will begin. Thomas Wilson against James Ignatowicz. Once again, it's a 4-point sequence. They'll rotate according to the order we just told you. You better love pressure if you're in this moment. Oh, Thomas Wilson thought he had it.
Yeah, I mean, these might be the two best singles players in the world that don't consistently play singles. They both are incredible at singles, and I expect many more points just like that.
And the athleticism on full display for Thomas Wilson.
Yes, and I'm glad that that third ball sailed long, because I believe the first two were going long as well. Wilson hits them, but no damage done.
1-1. Down the line, and a beauty, Thomas Wilson.
Inside.
Gives us the salute.
That's right, salute inside in, and call that man Mega Man. He has a rocket for a right arm.
Oh, wow, clean in. James Ignatowicz, good on you being honest.
Yeah, he goes out, in.
I take back my previous statement. Okay, here comes AJ Kohler taking on Jay DeVilliers. Edge here goes to who? You think Jay?
Jay, definitely.
Okay. Well, then you would
AJ,
think that that's...
AJ, I meant.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking, just because he won that point.
You fooled me.
Yeah. No, AJ, very, very capable singles player, but not the tennis background that a lot of these other players have. And tennis is a huge factor in singles play.
So maybe that's why they put Jay out second in this sequence for Dallas. Long goes Jay DeVilliers. AJ Kohler takes two.
Well done, AJ.
5-1. Oh, that overhead's not coming back.
Yeah, he's got to get a split here, because as I mentioned, on paper, the Utah Black Diamonds has the advantage in both of the women's matchups.
And he missed it. AJ takes 3 out of the available 4.
That's absolutely huge for the Utah Black Diamonds. Great job from AJ Kohler going 3 out of 4.
So here's the uncontested best female pickleball player in the world, especially in women's singles. Annalie Waters and Callie Jo Smith is up for the task. Finishes cross court. Waters gets the first point.
Yeah, and last ball incredibly easy. The setup ball of the approach shot so deep in the court was really the impressive one for me.
A deep return from Callie Smith.
Yeah, kind of hit and skidded a little bit. Annalie Waters catching that on the tip of her paddle. Nice return from Callie.
3-7.
Wow, Annalie Waters, none better.
Yeah, just right there. Pretty reasonable forehand up the line on the run from Callie Smith, but Annalie Waters, as she usually is, in the perfect spot.
8-3.
Into the net goes Smith, and Annalie Waters comes away with 3. That's a big gap. 9-3. Tereshchenko comes out now against Elise Jones. But you have to keep your foot on the gas in these Dream Breakers. Oh, Tereshchenko sneaks the back door.
Yeah, it's a nice job by her going behind Elise Jones, who is breaking to the open court. If she plays that ball inside out with her backhand, I think Elise has a crack at a passing shot.
Tereshchenko cleaning up.
Yeah, nice job, and nice and under control. Elise is looking to stay back. Irina is looking to come forward. She didn't try to paint the line or do too much with the approach shot. She just got herself forward and trusted her hands and her volleys at the net.
Utah sitting pretty. 11-3 for the end change. And that performance from Thomas Wilson out of the gate to get 3, and then AJ to match that with 3. Certainly the difference maker here, because when you have Annalie Waters in your rotation,
yeah,
all you need is just a couple.
That's right. And I said Thomas and James pretty much a push, and then the favorite Jay over AJ, and those two Black Diamonds got 6 out of 8. That really was the springboard that has created this 11-3 gap.
And as you mentioned, this Group C is daunting. This was your group of death, correct?
Oh, yes.
So if whoever comes out with a win, this is crucial, because you have Miami, and you have the Brooklyn Aces as well. We have Catherine Parento and company.
11-3.
On for Tereshchenko.
Nice job from Elise Jones coming forward, looking to stay back. Like I said, those first couple points, way to get up to the kitchen line.
4-11.
On for Jones. So Tereshchenko comes away with 3, Elise Jones with 1. No player in the Dallas rotation has gotten more than 1 point in this Dream Breaker so far. James Ignatowicz hoping that changes here. And it won't for now. Thomas Wilson buries it.
Inside out and then inside in. That forehand, I'll say it. It's the best.
13-4.
Utah.
14-5.
Oh, a wonderful passing shot from James Ignatowicz. Other than that, Wilson was making it look quite effortless.
Yeah, that was incredible. Definitely the shot of the Dream Breaker so far. Unfortunately, he only gets 1 point for that.
Another 3-1 performance for Thomas Wilson. Out comes Jay DeVilliers and AJ Kohler. AJ Kohler, the non-single specialist, comes out and hits it on Jay DeVilliers. It was 3-1 in the first rotation.
Little long, AJ Kohler says.
16-6.
Jay DeVilliers pounds it. Dallas, long way to go. Trailing by 9. Jay DeVilliers comes up big. They needed it.
And Callie Smith. 3-1. 3-1 would be awesome.
It was a big turnaround for Jay DeVilliers. He only got 1 in the first rotation. Callie Smith only got 1 on AL last time. Wide and an effortless touch from Waters.
Just the approach shot, whether it's off the return or a shot or two later, when she approaches the net, she is in such a great position.
Oh, skipped off the tape, landed in.
She had a good look at that angle either way, but of course, no chance for Callie once that ball clips the tape.
Come on, Callie. Come on. Come on, Callie.
18-8.
Again with the approach shot, always within 6 to 8 inches of the baseline. So much depth, so much pace.
19-8.
Just sailing that two-handed backhand long, and we are back to the Irina Tereshchenko-Elise Jones matchup.
Elise Jones with all the pressure on her side right now. Dallas needs 10. Utah needs 2. Tereshchenko buries it to the corner. It's match point on her side.
Yeah, just veteran play. Like I said, Irina playing within herself, not doing too much. Smart decision maker. And she has the match on her paddle.
29.
Dallas survives 1 match point.
10-20.
Match point number 2 for Utah. Irina Tereshchenko, the most decorated player in MLP history, closes it out on her paddle.
That's right, and I know it was a little anticlimactic in the Dream Breaker, but let's not forget how great this match was, especially that last mixed. And we are going to have a quick commercial break, and my partner Michelle McMahon will be down on court with the Utah Black Diamonds to talk about their big win.
Major League Pickleball by Margaritaville is brought to you by the Botanist Island Dry Gin, the gin that speaks to a place. Skechers, experience comfort on the court with Skechers Pickleball. Nobilo, New Zealand's finest Sauvignon Blanc. And by Margaritaville. Escape to your personal paradise. Stay, play, live, and dine in Margaritaville.
The all-new Prius. Toyota. Let's go places.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Back on championship court, the Utah Black Diamonds on top in group play so far. A perfect 1-0, but it came down to a dream breaker and down to the wire. But let's begin with that mixed doubles matchup because you and Annalie Waters carried all the pressure, AJ. It came down to a close final game there. How were you guys able to pull that one out?
Yeah, you just got to grind. I mean, it was you saw the last 2 points. We just decided to let AL take the thirds. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure playing with her. I mean, she's the best in the world for a reason. But, you just got to go for it. And if it doesn't work out, I think Arby's is always hiring. So I got a backup plan.
I mean, yeah, and how does it feel to be the guy that's targeted and mixed? Just kidding. Thomas, turning to you. Then it comes down to the dream breaker. So you guys pull through. It's close. Describe what the emotion is like in that moment. It felt intense from where we could see in the booth.
I think it's just fun to compete. I mean, everyone's nervous, everyone's tight, the energy's amazing. So I just went out there and I was just closing my eyes, hitting forehands. I don't know what my team did because I blacked out. So go Diamonds.
Well, I think you cleaned up. I think you got a perfect 3-in-1 start and then 3 others to go in the second rotation. So Annalie, we turn it over to you. You can dominate any match. You can take over in any situation, but when it's in a team format, you have to rely on your teammates sometimes. So what do you like the most about this particular team in this format? How are you able to manage that mentally?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely trust my teammates. I mean, Thomas and Irina have both won MLPs before, so I think I was in good hands there. And then AJ and I played on the same MLP team before, and it was just really easy. I love AJ. He's like my older brother. So it was just really easy to play with this team, and I think today, me personally, I was just having a lot of fun out there, making some jokes and playing loose.
That's fun. And now we turn to the most decorated lady in all of Major League Pickleball, Irina Terashenko. You guys are in the group of death, Group C here. How important was it to get this win against Dallas here today?
Yeah, that was a big team effort. Feels very good to get started with a win. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do, but I do have a question for Annalie if she feels pressure playing with me.
I honestly, a little bit in the first MLP, I was like, if we don't win, it's me. I'm the problem. So this MLP, I was like, nope, it's not going to be me this time. I got to play good. But it's tough to play with like a women's partner that you haven't played before and then just go.
Yeah, it has to be.
And our first women's match was against the Kawamotos, who have played together forever. So we're getting used to it, and soon we'll be a solid women's team.
I love it.
She's doing great. Way to go, partner.
You guys are fun to watch. Congratulations, and don't go anywhere because the defending champs from Atlanta are taking center stage next, and Ben Johns, the GOAT, re-enters the stage. We'll be right back after the short commercial break.
is your body's natural way of cooling itself down. Then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me.